Okay, everyone. So as I was typing up this next question, what percent of students did more burpees in week 10 than week 2? I figured one way you can do it, obviously, is to go through the list there in column D and actually count up all the positive numbers, right? Because those are the ones that did more. And then I realized, I'm like, there's actually a really cool command in Excel we can learn. And some of you might know this already, and if you don't know it, you're gonna love it once you do. So I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna put a label here. I'm just gonna say number of positive numbers, just to give it a label. And I'm gonna color code it a little bit just to make it stand out. Okay, so in the what is this, cell G4, we're gonna teach you a new command. Now I'm gonna show you a couple different ways to do it, and then I'm gonna because there's some weird syntax to do it for this particular question. But here's the basic command. It's equals COUNTIF. So what it'll do is it'll look at a range of values and identify which one of them have a certain characteristic. So check this out. Suppose we want to count all the values in column D that are ones. So what I do is I just type this, COUNTIF, and then I just click on column D. It highlights the entire column. And if I press enter, it'll tell me how many ones are in that column. And according to this, there's 44 ones through column D, and I'm tempted to trust Excel in that respect. Now, it also works for negative numbers. It works for any value, really. So let's count if negative 1. Okay, there are 12 negative ones, so 12 people actually did one fewer burpee in week 10 than in week 2. All right, and you can do this for any number you want. Let's do it for, I don't know, 10. Anybody increase by 10 from week 2 to week 10? Nobody. How about 11? Nobody. Okay, and I can do this all day long. We could just keep changing numbers. That's the basic COUNTIF function. But what I'm asking you to do is I'm asking you what percent did more. More just means 1 or higher. So the easiest way I think to code this in Excel is change this to count all the numbers that are bigger than 0 in that list. Because these are all whole numbers, right? And the smallest positive whole number is going to be 1. Now, if I created Excel, I would have let you just type that, greater than 0, and then press enter. And it doesn't like that, because when you do a greater than or a less than, for some reason, the syntax is you have to put it in quotes. If you put it in quotes, it'll tell you there are 123 positive numbers in that list. And that's pretty rad, yeah? So that's a really nice command. The COUNTIF command is a super fun one. I learned it about 10 years ago, and I've been using it pretty much nonstop ever since. To complete column F, we may have talked about this in class already. You can also use the COUNT command to let you know how many things are in a list of numbers. Not COUNTIF, just simply count. That'll save you from having to highlight this entire column. But there's also a little cheat in Excel, and I'm going to give you a hint right now. If you highlight column D and look around your screen, it'll actually tell you on the screen somewhere. Anyway, just wanted to share that with you because I think the COUNTIF command is one of the coolest things ever.